Morning. Good morning. Good morning. Looks like everybody's here wanting to know where the bottom is. It looks like Wade, Don, Donald, Ellen, Swinburne, Starprint. Don't recognize your name, but welcome to the show. Rob, Sergio, JB, Jan, Ed, Rosalind, Ryan, Randy, Francois, David, Arturo, Gary. Welcome everybody. Valerie, Clarence. Don't recognize your name, but welcome also Joseph, Wardog, Rex, Carlene, AT, Alan, Merle, Jason, Darren, Mary, Nancy, Diane, Rosalind. So Rosalind, the link is in. Go to Trader Talk. I think it is in YouTube. I mean in Discord. And they posted the replay on YouTube, so you can go find that, or you can go register. I don't have the replay. It was an external thing with a external partner, and they have it all. So anyway, if you want to go catch that, it's links over there. Anyway, Wrongmer, good morning. And whew, what a day, what a day. Maurizio, welcome. Helen, Andreas, Michael, Tara, if you want to chat with me like all these fine people, we will click the ghost monster logo here. So yesterday, this is it's kind of creepy, all right? I drink my monsters not in like a particular order, but I do drink a different flavor every day. Yesterday, you can go back and watch the video. I'm pretty sure this was the flavor. It's like a strawberry, not really. I mean, it's like a red berry kind of flavor, raspberry strawberry kind of flavor, and it's red. And the market dropped, and that's like the last 3 times I've drank one of these on a market day. The red ones, it's been a down day. It's kind of creeping me out a little bit. So today, I grabbed the green one, and the green one is green and clear. Works with the green screen, so you can't see it. But if I briefly turn that off, let's see if I can figure it out at the moment while I'm live. Hopefully I don't mess anything up. Let's see, turn the chroma key off. Yeah, there you go. See, bright green. There you go. Turn the chroma key back on, and hate to break the third wall there, or whatever you call it. I don't know. Anyway, so drinking the green. Hopefully we see green today. Andreas, Michael, Tara, Matt. Don't recognize your name, but welcome to the stream. BX Ray, that's Beth, I'm pretty sure. George, Ted, Goose, Laura. Everybody's here this morning. Everybody wants to know where the bottom is. I'm sure. Or what's happening next. So, yeah. Anyway, welcome. Well, see, I mean, it's just a weird coincidence, right? Like, these patterns? They click in my mind after a little while. Like, that's weird. Like every time I drink a red one, the market goes down. And what's funny is it doesn't work for this one. Like the watermelon, it's got green and red on it. It doesn't happen that way. So anyway, keep a collection of the cans just in case. Anyway, so I didn't drink watermelon. I drank the green tea apple flavor. It's like a green tea and green apple together. It's weird. Anyway, can't say it's my absolute favorite. Oh, it's definitely better than the watermelon, which is like watermelon and green tea flavor. Not my favorite at all. But I suffer through because that's the current. I really like the pineapple, but they kind of did away with that one. And the mango, I guess, don't carry them at my local Sam's Club these days. Anyway, welcome to the show. Welcome, everybody. So if you want to be on the chat and say, hey, good morning, like everybody else. Hey, Starstone, I don't recognize your name, but welcome to the stream. Also, Thomas, I'm not sure I recognize you, but welcome to the stream. And click the link down here on the monster, the logo, the subscribe button. Be a subscriber. A few seconds later, you can chat with everybody saying, hey, good morning, what's up? And ES did something interesting. But before we get there, we had GDP coming out this morning. So let's talk about it. All trading involves a substantial risk of loss. Past performance, not necessarily indicative of future results. This presentation intended to be informational, educational, fun, entertaining. Not a recommendation to be buying or selling anything. All right. Don't buy stuff from gurus. Don't buy stuff from me unless you trust me. Don't buy stocks, options, bonds, forex, futures, cryptos, treasuries. Don't long them, don't short them, don't trade them. I mean, think about it. Every trade, buyer, seller, winner, loser. I mean, you can flip them either way. Seller, buyer, winner, loser. Every trade has a winner or a loser. If you desire personal financial advice, hire and consult a financial advisor. This is some of the stuff I was warning about. Why that big down yesterday when everybody's tipping the boat to the long side. There's no more shorts left. You know, all the shorts are hitting epic lows in the market. We're on the longest bullish streak for years. That was the longest bullish run without a 2% pullback since 2007, and we ended it yesterday. That's what we ended right there. The longest bullish streak in, what is that, 17 years? The longest bullish run in the market without a 2% pullback. Think about that. That's unusual. Unusual. So we had a 17-year period where we just did the longest bullish run since back before the great financial crisis. Unusual circumstances. So, yeah, be careful. All right, let's load her up. Get back to the GDP numbers. Preliminary came out this morning. Right here, 8:30, 2.8. Running hot. You know what that means? No cuts. Running hot means no cuts. So it's interesting, right? Now, you come down here, though. Quarter over quarter, 2.3, came in light. It's almost like they flip-flopped those, right? Flip-flopped right there. Kind of weird. Anyway, core durable goods came in at 0.5. And durable goods orders month over month, minus 6.6. That's that weak consumer right there. Weak consumer. Now, also of note, if you go look at Jim Cramer's tweets this morning, he was saying we can't have a bottom in because the market's not oversold. Let's hope he's wrong on that one. I kind of thinking we might see a bounce. And remember, tomorrow we're getting Powell's favorite number here. Tomorrow, July 26th, 8:30, before the market opens. Right there. Core PCE. Right here. Getting that read right in here before the FOMC next month. Next week. Excuse me. Next week. So what am I talking about? The FOMC right here on Wednesday, 31st, 2 p.m. Be cautious. This can cause epic moves in the market here. Epic volatility. Right there. Right there. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Coming up Wednesday, July 31st, 2 p.m. Right there. All right. What do I think they're going to do? Nada. Look, DGS2 is still hanging. Hadn't really, it's not at, these are higher lows. Got the trend going up here. Higher low, higher low, higher low. But at the same time, we've got two lower highs. This may continue to chug on out here. That puts us out possibly after the election or something breaks out. Possibly. We'll see what happens. Kramer wrong? Yeah, you got to be kidding me. we just hope he maintains his streak, right? Just hope he maintains the streak. So watch out for that right there. Next week. And check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Now, I speculated, as I often do. I'm always guessing, like, how could I be wrong? What might happen? What would be something crazy the market does, right? So look right here. Dun, dun, dun. I speculated in Discord yesterday that we might fill the gap overnight. Now, we did gap from down here up to here on that contract rollover back in June. That seems like a forever ago at this moment. But look what we did overnight. Look what we did overnight. We go down here, drop on down to the hourly candles. Look at that. Those highs right there. We touched in those highs. So we kind of filled the gap. Kind of, sort of. Kind of, sort of filled the gap. right there. That gap up was pretty big. We kind of sort of, we still left a little bit left here, but we touched those highs. That could be it. That could be all we needed right there. Now this is S&P 500 futures. If you're unfamiliar with this, what this is, ES1 exclamation point, S&P E-mini futures right here. On that contract, we had a mega gap, 85-point gap when we rolled over that contract. And I speculated that we might see that fill shortly after we did it. I was like, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week, but we'll eventually probably come back and fill that gap. Well, that could be all we needed right there. Could be. Maybe we go lower, right? There's definitely down pressure in the market. That was the biggest down day we've had, but VIX didn't really respond. It responded, but it didn't really respond in a big way. It just did a normal pop. Getting a little bit more today. 20 is usually, if we get up into 20, that's usually the point where we suck it right back down. So this is something to be careful of right here. Now, looking at these, our S5TH, stocks above the 200-day. Didn't really move much yesterday. Very small candle. Stocks above the 50-day on the S&P. Got a nice down candle, just back to the middle kind of. Not really epically down, not really anything. And then S5TW also coming right back down kind of to the middle. So we've got an uptrend going right here. Trend lines are the kind of the weakest of technical indicators, but there is an uptrend of lows. And if we break below that, we're probably coming down, make our visit back down to the bottom. So that's where to watch on the S5TW. S5FI, stocks above the 50-day. We got a ways down to support here on that right there. And then S5TH, well, you can see the head and shoulders hanging out over here. And we made another, it's like head, shoulder, or shoulder, head, shoulder, like maybe it's just shoulder, or head. I don't know. This is not known for its chart patterns. It's just one that I saw in here and drew. And, well, we haven't really carried anything out. We didn't bust up higher because, well, this one is limited by 100 and limited by 0, so it's never going to go out of those. If you're not sure what this is, it is just the percentage of S&P 500 stocks above their 200-day, and S5FI is stocks above their 50-day, and S5TW is stocks above their 20-day. And there's the market open. RTX sell, Apple sell. Now, something new today that I added to the end of the presentation. I have a brand new thing built on Apollo, looking for daily chart market roadmap setups. And I added 7 tickers with entries today. They're good right at the open, right at the end of this. So stick around to the end. I'll show you. And hey, Kimberly's here, my favorite subscriber. Kimberly, good to see you, my favorite subscriber, favorite person right there in the chat. It's my wife, the boss. I still need to make a stinger. I'm so busy making new stuff like the new thing, like they built the 7 tickers that I have at the end, that I just don't get around to making stingers and fun stuff to put on the video here. So S&P 500, we're right at that danger zone. For days I said a sustained move below 5450 is dangerous. Still is. Like, if we don't spike and reverse this, if we don't get the close up here today, you need to be prepared. Boy Scout motto, be prepared, right? Watch out for a deeper retrace back down to the 5100 area that could take hold if we sustain a move below 5150. If we don't just take it back, now spike down, that can be a big fake out, but we may flush on down, fill that gap on ES. So watch out for that too. That level coming in right down there. The candle close was right there around 54.28. Right there. So that may actually hit. Put me on alert right there, 54.30. That may hit before we can reverse. And if we get below it, well, right down there. 5,200, 5,150 on ES, which is just the futures for SPX right here. And if you're having trouble pulling up SPX in your platform, it might be $SPX or SPX.X. There's all sorts of ways they represent it. It is the S&P 500 index, and it's not necessarily pull-upable in all platforms, but that's what SPY is the ETF for. Like SPY, XSP is another. This is not this is an index that has options. It is not an ETF. Cannot buy shares of XSP. It's another index. And but there's other ones like RSP is the equal weighted one, and there's about 9 gazillion of them that are derivatives like SPXL, SPXS, leveraged ones. There's all sorts of them. And VU is one. So there's tons of them. All right. Now NQ, NASDAQ, E-mini. This one filled the gap and got some gusto here. So this is looking like potential 5 down here. S&P 500 and NASDAQ are on 2 different paths right now. So this is an important, I feel like this is important right now. How far down can we finish this up? We have the first move down projected off the last move down, and we're extending that last move down pretty severely, indicative that we may start seeing a retrace. That resistance zone going to be right up here, and if we turn down from that, watch out. All right, we're due some sort of little corrective rally, but look at that. You might think I've done this before. Drew that perfectly right there. We could definitely extend right down there if we turn down from this area right in here. So watch for that, and then watch for that. All right. Everybody clear? That's the danger zone right there. If we get to there and we turn down, no bueno, as I say. Not good. So Russell has already done a move down and a retrace, and starting on his move down, and we may be set for a deeper retrace of this move up. It could take it all back, in other words. Be careful on Russell. But at the same token, this could be a consolidation before we pop another high. That next high right now sitting around 2,300. Oil fired off a bunch of alerts for me last night, getting down to the bottom of the box, but it did not break down below so far. Did not. So we've got top of the box, the bottom of the box. That's kind of the parameters here. We break out the top, get a sustained move up, back through the roadmap line here at 80, probably going cruising up here to 90, the target. If we break through the bottom, get a close down here, probably coming down here at least 70, if not 66, 65, 66, somewhere down in here. Be lower than this low back here would be highly likely right there on oil. And the morning show is not a request show, AT, sorry. Do that 5 p.m. on Tuesday, 5 p.m. on Tuesdays. Gold, retrace. Look at that. Bounce, retrace. That's probably going to go a little lower. Sets it up to come down. We could get a touch of the roadmap line. Yeesh. We could. The levels right there, 2,300, 2,297, and 2,260. I guess 2325. So those are the levels right there. 2325, 22, 2,300, 2,297, and 2,260, which puts us right at the roadmap line right there. Come on up in there. Color it in. Something like that. So watch out. That can come right down in here. Right there. That's gold for you. All right. Bitcoin. A little bit of retrace. I had speculated that we might get a hit of that downtrend line. That downtrend of highs that we started back here, all the way back in March before the halving. We might retest it one more time. We retested it as we broke through, pulled up, couldn't get up through this consolidation. Turned down, a retrace, but this did a 5-wave up. That retrace would be normal. Maybe touch the roadmap line on a little spike down, and then potentially we can get going higher. I drew that, what, 4, 5, 6 days ago? And looks like that might be the, I mean, maybe I get lucky. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it's kind of like ES, you know, I put a target down here, that oval, a few days ago, what, 3, 4 days ago, put that oval down here, and boom, yesterday, right where we closed. Right where we closed. It was just kind of wild and creepy. Sometimes I get lucky. Ethereum, getting some pullback. Gonna retest the roadmap line. Probably. It's like what we're doing. Dollar. Just kind of parked right under the roadmap line. Not showing any enthusiasm to break out or break down. Indecision right there on the dollar. Poppers now getting a nice pop. The target still hanging out right up here, 840, 850. MOH. Resistance at the roadmap line right there, around 337. BNB, I gotta go look at that. Oh, breaking down. That's the top of my box. That's what that alert was. I'm gonna put another alert right there at 135. If that holds and turns up, breaks back above the roadmap line, that's an epic setup right there. Epic. That can set that up for a large possible move up. It's my favorite kind of move right there. Potential for 220 to, well, 205 to 225 right there would be the potential. All right. Quit skipping around, JT. Go back to AGRX. Was on the poppers list. Giving it back, looks like, pretty quickly. Pharmaceutical. Now, we did close in the zone where this sets the odds. We're going up to 582 right there. NOC. Just chopping around. Man, that day trade thing's firing off like crazy this morning. That's lower highs. Be careful. NOC may be needing a dip down to this level. KLAC on the path, even though we're on the poppers list, on the path. Retrace. VKTX bouncing. If we get a move up through this 81 area, probably heading on, probably cruising on up to 106. IBM. Oh, let's set the stage right there. 205. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe out to September. PEGA. That one's probably going up for the next. Right back. Found support. Going for the next extension. Look at it. That high, that low. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. 71, 73 on the upside. CRM. Still consolidating under the resistance. Even though it's on the poppers list. Not breaking out yet. RTX on the path. Wow. Look at that go. Look at that go. My bigger term target was 120 up here. Getting close now. Only about $8 away. Hasbro. If it doesn't close above, like if we don't get a close above that today, 67 is the target if we do, but if we don't, it may be indicating we're coming down here. Could be pretty quickly. Yep, still that target. Unilever. Wow, what a pop. Holy guacamole. So weak consumer apparently buying Unilever stuff instead of those weird deodorant commercials on TV. Popping right there. Everybody shopping at Walmart, and that's where Unilever calls home. Walmart shelves. Bally's, wow, that's pretty good too. Maybe up to 1922 on Bally's. CLS probably coming back down, even though it was on the poppers list. RYAAY. This one's been volatile, man. I tell you what, that was a big drop. Right back down to support. If we can turn here, though, that's a big measured bounce, like I talked about earlier in the week. It's gonna set us up. Set us up for a big move. Man, Google. That day trade thing's rocking and rolling today. Look at this. Could be heading up to this 220, 240 area right up here on RYAAY, Ryanair Holdings. Amazon. I still think this is set up for a big retrace. Be careful. That move up was very proportional. Made a higher high. Retrace before we can do the next big leg up. MAS, Masco. It's just kind of stuck in the middle there. That high, that low. We've tipped the odds. We're going up to 81, possibly 83 right there. SBIT, short Bitcoin. Just came off the lows. I don't know. That does not look overly bullish to me. Just made a lower low. That looks like a declining asset. I would be very, very careful there. TME. Watch out for the retrace on that one. Decliners. There's a bunch of decliners. MSTR. Ooh. I don't know. That move up. Want to see it hold right where it is. Right here. Right in here. Want to see that hold. If it can hold that, still good for the targets. If we start breaking that, watch out for the full roadmap test, and it could push down in here and get lower than this low we had back here in April. EW. Wow. Talk about getting whacked. This is why I don't like medtech stuff, right? Like, look at that. Just just got whacked. There's nothing there for me. Lily, I've kind of said it was probably coming back to the roadmap line, and it won't surprise me when it does. SMCI, that's below the roadmap line. If it gets below that low from back here in April, watch out. Watch out for the retrace right there. Right here. That's the target. Right down there. TER. Ooh, that one's nice. Let's clear the... I don't look at these before I load them. This morning, I typed the whole list. Took me 5 minutes to create this whole list, and then I deleted it with one failed click of the mouse, and then I had to rebuild it, and then I was late getting on the stream. Right there, 169, 175, Honeywell. Another potential bouncer. Going to take a move up, back up through this area here. 223, 226. Waste management. Man, look at that. All these. So this is indicative that we may see a market bottom when all these are hitting right here. Oh, Lulu, man, look at that getting wrecked. May go on the extension down to 183. TSCO, Tractor Supply, back to the roadmap line. Beautiful. Right off the target. Beautiful. Man. Back up through here. 295, 300. MXL. No, thank you. That was a three-wave set of moves. That low, that high. Probably going to extend down to 11. Yikes. Coin. Well, support here and support at the roadmap line, and we'll see what happens. That's obviously not being bullish today, but it's set the odds. We're going on up to 294, 305. And maybe it's a buying opportunity. Maybe it's maybe it goes a little lower. STM getting whacked. I thought that was kind of indicative we were going to see a lower low here. Potential for that to have been a 5 up, three-wave retrace. That's kind of deep, but I like it. If we can turn back, break above this, probably going up pretty big on STM. They make a lot of chips and a lot of things. This could be cruising from this area right up here. I'm going to set an alert to look at this again at a later date when we get higher. And ARM, watch out for the retrace. It's going to be epic when it does. Support here. And when we get below that, watch out for that gap fill. ADI coming back down pretty hard. Roadmap line is the support. NXPI. Right there. ABBV. Working on the breakout right there. 186, 190. ETHT. Ultra. Ethereum coming down. MU going down in a blaze of glory. Support right there. GDXU probably coming back down to the roadmap line. That's a 3x leverage on gold right there. GDXU, gold miners, I mean, not gold, gold miners. AGQ support right there. I thought we were going to see it. Looks like we might. Oh, we're right there at it. Didn't see that little blip right below it. That's the point where we can turn for AGQ. FERG. Watch for another. We're turning down at this downtrend of highs. Watch for another leg down. Right there is the target. AZN, AstraZeneca. Look at that beautiful retrace right back to the breakout. The next leg, potential to go up here, or if we break down below these lows, right there is support. If we get below that, well, we might do something more sinister and deep. EDU, still consolidating, can't get out of its own way. FSLR, back to the roadmap line. GLD. We're in the support zone. If we can turn here, we can burn it higher. If we get below this, watch out for the roadmap line hit, just like on the GC, the gold futures chart. PALL, Palladium. Still think this is going lower. NVO. Watch out for that. Connell. Leverage coin. Maybe back to here. JNUG. Junior. Gold miners. 2x leverage. Didn't hit the roadmap line yet. That may be indicative we see some more retrace on GDX and gold miners, or junior gold miners. Dow. That might go lower. That's setting up for 5 down. We could see a 3 up and another further decline. WDC, potential to hold the roadmap line if we can hold it and move back higher, back above the gap fill here. A little baby gap fill. We're going to need to do it. Got to get above that to go to 83, 85 on the upside. On semi, getting whacked, and down is still the target down here at 56. Ultra gold. That's still possible to retrace back down here to the 72 area. NUGT. Watch for that one. A lot of gold miners getting whacked today. MCHP. Microchip. That has an uptrend of lows cooking. And we're pushing the limit here. We can fill it back up. Be beautiful. That. Well, let's put the new fib on. That high. That low. Break back above here. 103 on the upside. AEM. Potential to retrace. That's pretty extended on Eagle Mines. Airbnb. Ooh, that's looking, yeah, like I said, that's looking pretty ripe. FETH got whacked. Only 3 candles, can't do anything. QCOM, back to the roadmap line. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Doing the things I'd love to see. I wish that my company people would stop messaging me while I am on here. Anyway. That right there, QCOM, break above that. 238, 245 for the upside. RGC. Well, that's a nasty chart right there. Biotech, pharma. Nope, not for me. PPLT. That looks like it might go a little lower. That move, that move, that move. Target right down here. Back in the consolidation. Right back to the lows. BitX. Return to the roadmap line. If we can hold here, break above this level right here. Oop, arrow went the wrong way. Break above that little high right there. Indicative, we're going to potentially go retest this resistance. Get above that. Game on. 68 right there. Forward. Wow. Wow. Talking about, look at that. Turn down right at that gap down. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Right back down. This may be going down here to 7. All right, bonus trades that were set up today. Check this out. Check this out. This is fresh off my new tool. All right, built this new tool. First time it ran was yesterday. Generated some potentials here. That high, that low. There's the entry right at the open. 110, 111 targets. BTAL. There you go. There you go. You may not have heard of these before. This is my new thing that looks for 3,600 tickers, looking for bullish moves. 2019, right there. That's your targets right up there. MANH. That high, that low. Right there. A little closer to the target, but 260 is the target right up there. These may or may not have options. That's not a criteria. This looks at 3,600 tickers. I know that 3,600 tickers do not have options. So that high, that low, 92 on the upside, 92.40. S-ARC. This one's a little sketchy. Not sure this one's going to work, but it may very well work. Get a little retrace, but 32.85 is the target. TMO. Let's just clear this. Let's clear this up here. This has been chopping sideways for a while. For a couple months now. Let's see what it fired off here. Oh, it almost got to the... Yeah, so it was this high and this low that the thing picked up. 593 is the target, so it's almost there. And then the bigger time frame, bigger picture target, potentially 416. Yeah, that's dyslexia. 614 right there. And then VHI. That high, that low, closed above right there. 21 is the target. So let me know in the chat if you think those are helpful. I'll be running these all the time now. So every day, the Termite Trading Lab Insider VIP group is the ones that get the feed for now. I may talk about them here and there. I may talk about 1 or 2 or 3 or all of them. We'll see what happens. There you go. Those are 7 that are set up today. All potential entries. If you need the targets and stuff, right there it was. Stop is $1 below the low, whatever the low was, on all of them. All right. Have a great day, everybody. My bias for the day. I always add the bias for the day. So bias for the day is extreme caution. We want to see this close back up in here. If it doesn't, setting the stage for a deeper retrace. Nothing is decided at the moment, unfortunately. This was the worst possible close right there. Right at the line. I did not like that because it created a divergence between, divergence of clarity between ES and S&P 500. All right, it did the thing it loves to do. It just muddied the setup right up. Didn't provide any clarity whatsoever. So we may see this flush down here, hold and turn and burn. Like this could be a big dip and rip. So watch out for this. Right down here, hold that support, and go ripping right back up. So watch for that today. We don't get trapped. Remember, PCE coming out tomorrow before the open. could change the whole tenor of what's happening into FOMC next week. We could, and the other possibility before we wrap up here, we could keep chugging down into the FOMC meeting next Wednesday, right here, the 31st. We could just keep grinding this right on down into that FOMC meeting. Find some sort, crush it right down into that, and then just like what happened right here. Remember this right here? FOMC meeting. Rocket ship higher right out of the FOMC meeting. So watch out for that continued weakness into the FOMC meeting next Wednesday. Nothing is clear. I don't see a giant flush right now. VIX is kind of indicating that we're not panicking. There's not much panic yet. Just kind of shrugging a little bit. So watch out. All right. Nothing's clear on a gianter drop. Bigger drop. So nothing's clear on that at this time. If you put on hedges, you might consider whether now's the time to book those hedges or not. Right? Did they do their job? You're going to leave them on. That'd be a smart thing to do. All right. Yeah, thanks, Ted. I appreciate you. And thank you, as always. Super chat on the live stream. Thank you very, very much right there. I appreciate it. And all right. Thanks for coming, everybody. We'll see you again soon. Right there. Bye.